and completely ruined the trip. She was very willing to take responsibility, and she wanted a second chance with the guy. And she said you were good looking, you were attractive, you did nothing wrong. It was all on her, and you blocked her and didn't give her a second chance. Asia, honey, what's your update, sweetheart?
Oh my gosh. So I met this amazing man, like through your show. He contacted me not too long ago. And then I blew it. I blew it big time. He took me out to Miami. That was our actual first date and meeting. So I was like a little skeptical, background in him. He actually watches your show. So if you're on here, join, please. Let's have a conversation. Let's fix this. I want to fix it. I want to fix it.
How did you
So
blow it? How did you blow it?
oh my God, I don't want to sound like I have a problem or anything, but we got into it in Miami. I decided to drink, and I drunk to the point that I ended up in the hospital. So, whole vacation blown.
We did not know your name, but you reached out to me to make me aware that you are the guy. So since you are the guy, give us your version to the story.
Okay. Well, the version she said was not true. Number one, let's start. She was on your show, so we was talking before. So my trip to Miami was already planned. Okay. So we linked up at her house before, and we talked prior to. So Miami wasn't the first time that we linked up or got in contact with each other. So that was a lie. So let's start with the day of the trip. The day of the trip, she didn't answer the phone. So I was calling her because I got an early morning flight at like 7 o'clock in the morning. So I was blowing up her phone. She didn't answer. So I want to say around like 5:15, she answered. She said, "Oh my God, I was drunk in the bathtub." So when I went upstairs to get her bag, she had like a bunch of face stuff on her face, like literally drunk. Like you could smell the alcohol on her. And it was like before then, I knew she had a problem because you know you can kind of tell, but I didn't want to accept it. Okay, so as we leave, and you got everything, she like, yeah. So now we basically rush into O'Hare Airport. So when we get to O'Hare, we missed the flight because we was late. We get to the gate, all the flights is booked from Miami. Get you guys on a standby flight. I'm like, okay, cool. So when we get to the gate, they load up the first plane, and the lady called me to the gate. She said, one of you guys can go now, and I get the next person on the next flight, which is 45 minutes later. I'm like, okay, cool. So I tell her, I'm like, why don't you go first, and I'll meet you in Miami. I'm not leaving. I'm like, why not? She's like, well, I don't have my phone. Where is your phone? She left her phone at home. So at that point, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't even want to go on the trip. I'm done. So right when I said I'm done, the hotel transaction went through on my phone. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, man, fuck. I can get it back. Skip it. She want her bag. Let me just go get her bag, and I'm turning the hell right back around. So I'm on the phone with American, trying to get a flight. They tell me, well, the next flight out is at 4 o'clock. Remind me, we had the airport at 7 o'clock in the morning. So then we go back to the gate. Now we're waiting on the flight. She goes back to sleep. But you can smell the liquor on her. You know how a drunk, when they sit there, they nod out. So as we get back to the hotel, she like, let me out. Okay, cool. So I let her out. She goes, I don't know where she go. So I parked the car. Next thing you know, I'm looking for her. I don't see her. So I went to the bar to watch the game. So I'm still looking for her. I don't see her. I want to say roughly like 30 minutes later, I see her walk past me. I'm like, okay, cool. Let me go upstairs and get my swim trunks on. I go upstairs. I was only upstairs for 20 minutes. 20 minutes tops. So I go upstairs. My phone is ringing as I'm trying to get ready. It's a Miami number. I'm thinking spam, bill collect. I ain't got to answer y'all. So I called back. I said, did somebody call this number? So they was like, okay, we'll call you back. I look over the balcony. I see her laying down. Like she slumped over like this. I see two guys pick her up. The hotel called me and say, "Hey, are you with such and such?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Well, it's an emergency. You need to come downstairs." So now I go downstairs. They're wheeling her in the fucking wheelchair. They're wheeling her through the lobby. She's foaming like she's slobbing by the damn mouth, and she's like this inside the wheelchair, like just slobbing, Kendra. I'm talking about slobbing. So now the paramedics come. The paramedics come.
Hey man, shout out to Kendra G, y'all. Make sure you subscribe to her channel, y'all. She's yo, her dating shows be funny. It's for men and women. Hey, she's doing a hell of a job. We get it up to you, Kendra G. All right, let's go with your reaction. Yo, some of these women, yo, they be, don't have accountability for themselves, and what they do is they try to, fix up the story to cater to them. But the thing is, it's always two sides of the story. And hopefully, we heard to the man, we heard his side of the story and everything. But yo, man, it really matter who you date, yo. This really look like I said, and dating shows don't really work like that. Like for Kennedy show, it might work maybe a little bit, but it's just for entertainment or anything. I don't take people dating seriously on Kennedy show and really work it out because you go on Kennedy show, like I said, I don't know if anybody got married from that show, from her, when she does live on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. So I don't know anything about it. But yeah, man. So it just shows like women they don't take really accountability. They might fix a story or make sure they might be pretty perfect, has no accountability whatsoever, and but now you get the other side of the story, and there you go. You get experience what really happened and everything. So fellas, just really watch yourself, just really vet, just really look out, if you gonna look for look for long-term relationship, or if you just look for a girl to have sex with or whatever, just keep it at that, but don't take it to the next level, because I feel like sometimes with men, when they see something that's that's she's good at something, sexual, all that type of stuff, she might not be good at everything else or being a wife or something like that. But yeah, but this was a crazy story that both of they had. But yeah, man, it's pure entertainment. But I like it, yo. That's my take on it.
So one thing I always gotta say is they always say men have issues, and they never point out a woman's dysfunction. This was clearly a woman who had some issues, and the thing about that is like there was no accountability. I think there was some type of accountability, but for you to get another chance, no, that doesn't work. You know what I mean? Like you really need to, and nobody's highlighting that function in that whole thing. Like, yo, she's an alcoholic. She has some type of issue. I don't know if they don't care. I don't know if it's nobody's business, but please, brothers, just like he said, you have to be as serious as you get your money. You got to be serious about dating, and you know what I mean, and be wary. Just because you on this dating show like Kendra, and there's a not, you got the Pineapple Show. A lot of these people who are looking for love are not 100%. So what I'm saying. That's why I say I've always been very big on trying to date people within your social network. You know what I mean? Because once you do that, your homeboy can validate. Fam, I know her. Yeah, I know her. She's good people's. She's not on that. You know what I mean? This is why a lot of people date and marry within their social network. People who know people and who are cool with other people. But when you start to venture out, you have to really do some serious background work. And that's the thing. Brothers, be careful. That's my take.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And this is why you should guys to subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you hit the notification bell on the bottom right hand corner, because we do go live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. We be rocking and rolling. Firstly, Rodney right now, he's on vacation, so he's going to peacefully relax, and he'll be back next week. Next week with us chopping it up. Hey, oh, guys, so do not forget. Make sure you go hit the community tab. Make sure you get Hakeem's book, Black Love. And also, we do have the Chaos Culture on radio t-shirts. We have different colors, different varieties. for you to like to, look up, wear and support us and, support us, support the show. We always appreciate it. But that's a Chaos Culture Radio.
We are.
Peace.